Today I'm going to talk about the DUI defense of blood inaccuracy. What does that mean? Well, with blood tests, there's many things that can go wrong when you're dealing with the test itself. For example, if the officer uses an alcohol-based hand sanitizer before he puts on his gloves, one of the gloves will have the hand sanitizer on the outside and that has alcohol on it. Secondly, when the officer goes to clean the draw site, he's supposed to use concentric circles that get wider and wider and go to the outside, and he's supposed to use a betadine swab, not an alcohol swab. If he uses an alcohol swab, or if the alcohol hand sanitizer touches your skin, it's going to touch the needle and artificially inflate your reading. Thirdly, the Vacutainer. That's the device used to draw your blood. You've probably given blood at the doctor's office, and there's a clear vial. It has a vacuum, and they fill it up, and then they unplug it, and they plug a second one in, and it fills up. So when they're doing this draw, you have to make sure that the Vacutainer was not an expired Vacutainer. They actually have an expiration on the box, and we can look into that. You'd be amazed how many times that occurs. Next, the powder inside the vial. There's an anticoagulant and an anti-fermenter. If you take the vial, it's supposed to be inverted with the blood in it. If you just shake it, the blood will splash on the top of the cork and it won't properly mix. And that blood, in turn, will ferment. Rice becomes sake, wheat becomes beer, grapes become wine. Any biological material there is can ferment into alcohol. Next, the autosampler. They place your vial of blood along with 20 others on a round device called an autosampler. It's like a Lazy Susan. They'll flick a switch and they'll leave, and overnight this thing will rotate. And the same needle will come down and puncture the top of each vial, and they'll suck out the air between the top of the blood and the bottom of the cork, and they'll shoot that into a breath testing device. No doctor on earth, no hospital on earth tests blood that way, but the government does because it's cheap, it's easy. Now, the problem with this is if there's any fermentation, obviously it'll artificially inflate your blood. Secondly, that needle that goes to the top and comes back up can smear with that tainted fermented blood and be transferred to the very next vial. They say it won't, but when you ask the criminalist, would you take that needle out and stick it into your arm? They always say no because they have doubts based upon the sanitation of the needle. This testing device is called headspace gas chromatography, and again, it's very inaccurate. Hospitals and doctors don't use this. Lastly, when you're looking at the baseline of the printout for the blood test, there can be what's known as false peaks where it bumps up, and that has to do with other chemicals that got mixed into the device that shouldn't be there. And we look at a lot of those to make sure there are no false peaks. And finally, there is a built-in error factor of 10%. That means it can read you 10% high or 10% low at any given time, and they will always say, they being the government, well, it's only 5% off at most. That's not the case. You get the benefit of the doubt as a defendant. Now, if you had a DUI in which blood was taken and you want to challenge this, come and see us. You can go to our website, dmcantor.com, fill out a contact form, or give us a call, set a free initial consultation, come into our office for 30 minutes, doesn't cost you anything, and we will go over your case from top to bottom. We'd love to help you out.